Yes, welcome into Thursday. Good morning. I saw something here that less and less Americans are eating meats. 57% of Americans said they're eating fewer animal products since the pandemic began. Good. Thank you. That means more meat for me. That means, hopefully, that there'll be an overstock of meat and meat prices will go down, because I was noticing meat was going up.
Yeah, it was going up because they had to shut down a lot of those processing plants because people were getting COVID at those processing plants. But that's all. I guess they've built up some herd immunity, because I've not heard this come out in the news lately, where processing plants were are getting widespread COVID, or maybe they're just taking it a lot less seriously now. If that is the case, I don't know. It's weird. It's like 5 processing plants shut down in April.
Yeah.
And you would think that since no progress has been made in fighting coronavirus since April, that more processing plants would be getting this thing. But no, I guess that's out of the news cycle, so we don't worry about it.
If I said you could only live on one meat the rest of your life, you could only eat one meat, is it beef? Is it pork? Is it fish? Which
Pork.
Chicken?
Pork.
Me too. Why pork for you?
Because there's so many ways you can repurpose it.
Yeah.
It's
and
just,
if you get a good bone-in pork chop, you can cook it. It'll taste,
good.
Season it up like you do a steak and don't overcook it. It's so
Pork
good.
is great.
The worst thing you can do to a pork chop, obviously, is overcook it.
I would say 90% of the meat I do eat is pork.
But bacon is the reason. It's
bacon.
If it wasn't for
sausage,
bacon, I would go beef.
Bacon, sausage. Beef is kind of boring. Bacon, sausage.
You can do lots with beef.
Yeah,
too.
you can. I mean, it's
braise it.
It's a skill to make beef.
Beef ribs. Oh, I love beef ribs.
Yeah, see, pork ribs are where it's at. I mean, like,
you think so?
You get like, I don't even know why beef ribs exist. Like, what's
I
the
know.
point?
It's just pork ribs are so accessible, so I always make pork ribs. But man, I love beef ribs. But there's not as much meat on those ribs as there is on pork. I mean, pork is really good. You can do pork butt.
Pork is juicy. The fat in pork is tasty.
Carnitas.
Carnitas.
Love
Oh, God,
carnitas.
that's the best taco you can have. Is carnitas. Oh, by the way, I had a really good taco recently.
Well, where'd you get it at?
Tacos de Mexico. But
Where's that at?
I don't know if the one in San Luis is affiliated with the one in Atascadero. But, man. Oh, that was a good taco.
Tacos de Mexico.
Atascadero. The Atascadero one's where we
Where's
got
the one
it.
in Slow at?
Right next to Jack in the Box on Santa Rosa.
Oh, I've been there. I had the burrito.
Yeah, they're good.
I like
good
the burrito.
Really good burritos there,
Damn,
too.
huge burrito.
But we had tacos the other night, and I was blown away at how good they were. So good. And then we moved to South County, so I'm not going to have access to them for a while.
Oh, you go to Efren's. I mean, it's a different kind of
Efren's
taco.
is
It's a
right
street
there.
taco.
Yeah.
Efren's is really good. Chancho's is supposed to be pretty good. I've never had there. And there's a place right next to Efren's that looks like it got hit by a hurricane 20 years ago and they never fixed it. But I've been told that's got some of the best Mexican food in this whole area.
The place.
I don't know what the name of it is called.
Oceano. Hey, they keep their prices.
It's right
down.
by Efren's, I believe. Yes, I've seen it, and it looks like it got hit by a truck. Last I saw.
Let's make that the
anyways.
poll question today.
What is
if you could only eat one type of meat for the rest of your life?
If you give up fish, you got to give up shellfish. No lobster, no crab.
Ooh, I might go fish.
Fish is so good, and there's just so many different types of fish. It's tough, though.
I might go fish.
But you can never have bacon again. But I mean, I'm sure you could make turkey. They make turkey
that's quite
bacon.
a
Why couldn't you
dilemma.
make fish bacon?
Fish. Okay, from a. Yeah, I would get.
Which meat's the fattiest? Probably pork. I mean,
Yeah, that's why I like it.
hogs.
And it's cured in most preparation, or in a lot of preparation. And breakfast. You got to think about breakfast when you're entering this into the fray, because basically, if you're going to say, okay, I'm going to go fish, what are you going to have? Some shrimp with your eggs? Come on, which is fine.
People do shrimp
on
omelets.
occasion. On occasion, it's fine.
Yeah.
On occasion, but not on the reg. Okay, on the reg, it's always sausage or bacon, right?
Oh yeah, that means no chicken, no eggs.
Wait. You can have eggs still.
No,
That
there's
doesn't
no
count
chickens.
As,
There's
that
no
does not
chickens. You
count
can
as
only.
meat.
There's only
that
pigs.
does not count as meat. Eggs does not count as meat.
Okay, so what came first?
Meat that you can sink your teeth into. That's what we're going to ask you today. So pork, chicken, fish, beef.
Yep, there it is. It's our SurfNet Communications poll question, KZOZ.com.
Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here. We got that Metallica download. All you have to do is try to do your best impression of James Hetfield. All right, you don't be calling in here thinking we're just going to feel bad. All you have to do is make just your best attempt, and you'll be a winner. It's not like you're in a contest to be the best at it. So there you go. That's how it works, and you can win those downloads. We'll have a few of them for you to coming up at 8:20 to win.
There's a company called Dangerous, ODAINGEROUS.
All right.
They make hoodies and face masks and undies.
Okay.
Dangerous makes designer undies, and they've decided to design a pair of undies with the likeness of the Tiger King.
Oh, Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic, right there.
Are they going to do Carol Baskin?
On your thing, on your junk.
She's going to become a bigger star. Did you hear she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars? They released that list yesterday.
Oh, man.
And as a matter of fact, I was looking at the names on the list, and a lot of them I didn't even recognize, but I know Carol Baskin. She's going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah. Also, Nelly, the rapper.
God, he's such a good rapper. I'm sorry. Every song Nelly's ever done is really good. And I don't know why
he had a
music
huge career.
community just ditched him.
Outside of his rapping, he did a lot of singing or rapping in other female songs.
Yeah,
where he was just
awesome.
And I mean, you would be amazed if you really dive into his library, what he has. He's got a lot.
Dude, Nelly is crazy talent. I'm voting for Nelly. I don't even watch that show. Okay. But yeah, Joe Exotic is going.
The Tiger King.
He is going to be on gracing undies. How do you work a deal from jail? That's my question.
Well, you have people working for you. You know, he's got a guy that's doing all this for him, I'm sure, and
probably taking a huge amount of the cut.
I would imagine. Just like he's not that smart, so he's been getting screwed over his whole life. I don't look good in just underwear. If I had the body type just to walk around in underwear, I would definitely want to get a pair of these.
Joe Exotic's?
Yeah.
No.
Not Joe Exotic's body, but I'm saying if I wasn't, if I exercised and got myself all toned up, then I'd walking around with Joe Exotic underwear on.
Is this underwear?
But nobody ever sees me in my underwear, not even my wife, because it's not.
I'm having a tough time understanding who this underwear is marketed to. Is it just marketed to people that are fans of the Tiger King? Is it marketed to? They, by the way, make them both men and women's underwear. Are they marketed to homosexuals? Because if you watch Tiger King, he is full on.
Sure, I'm
homosexual.
I'm sure it's everybody. It's fans. I'm not a homosexual, but I would rock the Tiger King underwear. Depends. What does it look like? Did you get any pictures?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Here, kitty.
I'll show you.
Can you imagine if it said that on the front?
It's leopard print. And it's got a picture of his face.
Right in where your junk is?
Yeah.
Of Joe Exotic's face?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want that.
What did you...
Put it across the back. There's more surface area.
True. But maybe that's where Carol's image goes.
Carol Bassett.
When are they going to do have more real estate?
When are they going to launch the investigation and documentary into where her ex-husband is?
Get this, okay? The soft launch of the quote-unquote revenge collection, that's what it's being called, sold out within hours, and it got more than $20,000 in sales online. $24 for the men's, $21 for the women's, and they will go back on sale on September 7th. Because that is,
I would see people paying that. I know people that pay
anniversary of Joe Exotic's arrest.
I know people that pay $40+ for one pair of underwear.
What?
Yeah, it's some Tommy John.
3-pack.
That Tommy John stuff. It's expensive. It's probably cheaper now. You can probably find it cheaper now, but it used to be like 40+ a pop.
I gotta get some new underwear soon.
Now, if you were going to buy anything
wearing out.
Tiger King, Joe Exotic, I mean, do you want underwear? Do you want a? I want a tank top. I want a sleeveless shirt. Like where you take the sleeves and you cut them off. I want to look full redneck.
Anything douchier, ladies? You can answer this because guys, we're not going to care. what kind of underwear you're wearing.
Well, because we're too old now. We don't give a we don't care about that anymore. Sorry.
We don't give a
We used to care. But once you hit 40s and you're married and you don't care anymore. You're lucky I'm not wearing whitey tighties.
But if you meet a guy, or you go on a date with a guy, or maybe you're going to be going on a date with a guy first, but the first time you see the man in his underwear, he's wearing Tiger King undies. Does that ruin it for you?
Yeah, probably. But yeah, let us know your thoughts. Maybe you're into that. What if your wife bought you these? Would you wear them?
No.
Yes, you would. Come on.
Not.
I would wear it as a joke.
I would not wear these as a joke. I'd be like, oh, thanks.
You wait till laundry
and my
day
wife
comes.
would never, ever buy these for me.
805-543-3693. Call or text there. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Jeff and Jeremy.
Wake up. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
So if you're not following the news, you probably don't know that there's been a lot of unrest in Wisconsin. Kenosha. That's where the gentleman was shot. I've heard a lot of other things about this whole story, that this guy that was shot was not a good guy, but that hasn't been in the news, so I'm not gonna say anything about it. But they have, since this happened, they've had a lot of protesting, they've had some rioting, they've had a lot of bad thing, looting and all that kind of stuff. So the mayor of Kenosha did a curfew. And the sheriff and the state patrol there in Wisconsin, everybody, they got the National Guard in, and everybody has to be off the streets, I believe, by 9:00. And that apparently counts the media. One of the local TV stations was there, and they were shooting some video.
Sweet. That's awesome. And they got arrested?
Yes, they did. Now, they didn't get arrested right away. They didn't get arrested right away. It's what the reporter ended up saying to the police officer that just took it too far. And they ended up both getting arrested for it. Here's a little clip of what happened between the police officer and the reporter, who was just trying to show that no one was outside.
Ma'am, keep walking.
I'm going 397. I'm walking. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm walking. You don't need to touch me.
Goodbye.
I'm walking. You don't need to touch me. At this point, you're just showing all of us how little your is.
Ooh.
I'm out.
You're under arrest.
For what?
Disorderly conduct and curfew.
I'm not. You've got 4. Don't
cursing.
touch me.
She's under arrest.
You literally. He was
Calm
like
down.
waiting for this.
Calm down, okay? Put your phone down, ma'am.
Hey, can I give him my phone?
Put your phone down. You're under arrest.
Okay. Here's the thing. This ends up being a worse look for the police than anything. Because in this time when
tensions are high,
I understand tensions are high, but I mean, this is the criticism that police have had since the beginning of time, is that they're usually guys overcompensating for certain shortfalls in their life. And the minute she brings it up, he's like, okay, you're under arrest.
Well, you have to understand, they had sat there and been arguing with the police for 15, 20 minutes.
I understand that. So why not arrest her sometime until she brings up the fact that he might be overcompensating?
Well,
because at that point, you're like, oh, okay, so that's the truth then. Okay, you are overcompensating.
I watched the video.
If I'm the reporter, that's how I'm going to.
Her stuff was on the ground. They were talking. She picks up her stuff. She's walking away when she says this. Her back is to the guy. And he says, all right, you're under arrest, disorderly conduct, and cursing. Apparently, you can't be arrested for cursing in public.
The D word is cursing?
I'm not the judge. The judge will, you get arrested, you go to the judge, he may drop the charges. I have no idea.
Right, But
come on. I mean,
you just had a 15-minute conversation.
But this is the problem that people have. Listen, you don't get arrested if you don't break the law.
I understand
now,
that.
if you're out there doing your job, and by the way, the cameraman was very calm. He was talking to the other police officer. You can't hear him in this. But I did look into the story, and, there was, he was like, well, we're trying to show people that, yeah, you're not supposed to be out here, and this is what the streets look like. And he's like, well, he says, I understand that, but you're not allowed to be here. Mm-hmm. Now, I was talking to Scott, our news guy, and he said once the police officer touched her, that was assault. I'm like, I don't know if that's assault. But
I don't know. I just think it's very suspect that sometimes, I mean, listen.
You don't think she sounds like entitled a little here?
Do you know cops?
Like she's got a little bit of an attitude.
Or people that try to be cops?
Yeah, I know. We both do.
You know a lot of people.
We know our former DJ here, Dusty. He's now a cop.
Yeah,
but I don't talk to him anymore.
Yeah, but he's not
Not because
not fall in
he's
this
a
category.
cop, but because he doesn't live.
He does not fall in this
Or work with
category
us.
at all. Okay. But I know a fair amount of people that have gone on to law enforcement or that tried to get into law enforcement. And all those people, except for Dusty, because he doesn't fall in that category.
What about JW?
Super nice
you know
guy.
JW?
JW, he wouldn't do that either. But he's highway patrol's different.
I think a lot of cops are pretty level headed and calm people. But
I know, but there are
there's
some.
There's bad DJs.
Yes.
There's bad attorneys. There's bad
Yes.
servers.
And here's
There's
the thing.
bad cops.
Here's the thing, though. The stereotype is that a lot of them, and I don't know, I haven't seen this video. All I've heard is the audio that you're playing for me. I don't know.
It's not a lot to see. It's
How
dark.
tall is he? Is my question.
Oh, stop. I have no idea.
How tall is he? Is he as tall as the woman? Because if that's the case,
Let me look it up. Hold on. Listen to this again.
I'm going 397. I'm walking. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
If I
I'm
walk-
walking. You don't need to touch me.
Goodbye.
I'm walking. You don't need to touch me. At this point, you're just showing all of us how little your is. I'm out.
You're under arrest.
For what?
Oh, you're under arrest now.
I'm not. You've got.
Don't
You know what?
dare
Okay.
bring up the fact that my
All right.
manhood might be small.
All right. You know what? I'm watching the video now. It was shared on Twitter, and he looks to be the exact same height as her.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I hate when your theories are right because they're based on such ridiculous BS.
No, it's not.
Listen, you have something against short people
I
because
don't have
I'm
anything
short.
against short
and you
people.
hate it when I'm
I
right,
know a lot
and
of
it
people-
bothers you, and the only thing you can do is attack my size, and there's nothing I can do about
I
it.
feel like a lot of short people go into law enforcement, okay? And they're usually men, and that's probably why she even brought it up.
You know, it
By
sucks.
the way, I
got to tell you,
I
what sucks
support
about being
law-
a short person? Having a friend that's a tall person.
I support law enforcement no matter what their size. I'm just saying that
You've got it out for the short guy, and you always
it
have.
comes a bit suspect when she brings that up in the
What did the
conversation.
short guy ever do to you, by the way?
Nothing except for
Right.
overcompensate for what she brought up.